Basement Bookers Podcast.
What is up? It's your boy, Basement Jer, with the most rizzest, baldest man.
Rich the Riz here with your Elimination Chamber predictions. I have, of course, your defending basement champion, and Jer is the most charismatic man on this podcast. You will soon find out if you don't know.
What a 50-50 opportunity that's been given to me today. I will make sure not to squander that opportunity allotted to me. Way to add the pressure. But before we do that, we got to acknowledge the undisputed champion of the basement. It is because he guesses the better one before. He beat me by a tie, and it was, I don't want to talk about it. So, time. It was a time. It was a tie. But what's not going to be a time or a tie is us getting in to the Elimination Chamber, Perth, Australia. You're welcome to our Australian brothers and sisters out there getting to watch a pay-per-view at a decent hour. Happy to have you here. Let's get into our picks and predictions. We don't have a lot of time. Rich the Riz is literally a sweet, sweet ice cream cone sitting in the breeze. So let's get started. First, of course, we have the undisputed tag team champions of the world, the Judgment Day.
Defending against the new Catch Republic. I don't know if I like that name. Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate.
Rich the Riz, these teams look like they're ready. Look like they're ready to look up the lights if you're not the Judgment Day, because I said it before and I'll say it again when Tyler Bate and Big Strong Boy, same guy, and Pete Dunne won the opportunity to face off against the Judgment Day. It was indeed to look up at the lights. I see the Judgment Day walking away with this one, easy peasy, lemon squeezy, as they say.
I agree. There will probably be some shenanigans, but it's a bit early for the newly reunited Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate to win tag gold off of the quite well-established Judgment Day.
The soon-to-be fighting each other eventually, Pete Dunne and
Very
Tyler
likely.
Bate. So
Very likely.
look,
Just, as long as they're not lost in the tag division.
you're right about that, buddy. And you know who's not lost in the tag division is in the Women's World's Heavyweight Champion, Rhea Ripley. She takes on insurmountable odds, Rich the Riz.
That is right. The unstoppable force that is Nia Jax.
So Rhea Ripley, right? That's what I got. Nia Jax has been built up as this super force. She even beat Becky Lynch clean in their match that they had. And she's just been on a tear. She's beaten everyone up. And she's built up enough to where she could be a credible threat. Nia Jax born in Australia, but, not raised in Australia, apparently, is what I've heard on the internets. So she was raised elsewhere, I think Hawaii or something, but she was born in Australia.
That's good intel you got there, bro.
Maybe. Sources nowhere the situation tell me. Rich there is, why do you also think it's Rhea Ripley retaining, right?
Rhea Ripley will retain. The story here is Nia Jax is unstoppable, so of course the story will be just how Rhea Ripley, I think she might just squeak this one out. I think it'll be close. I think Nia will have it in hand, but Rhea Ripley will, like Mommy always does, come out on top.
Rich there is, basement chair is now keeping a 1% chance due to nepotism. Right now that we have a high chief on the board of directors now. So you don't know what could happen. Some might say, hey, maybe Rhea Ripley might have the odds stacked against her. So I don't know. Could be nothing. But let's not go too deep into that, right?
Correct.
Well, Rich there is, I think it's time to talk about the Women's Elimination Chamber match. We'll see. Liv Morgan returning. She returned at the Royal Rumble from injury. She sees this as a chance to get revenge, to get at Rhea Ripley, because Liv Morgan is the last person to have a pinfall victory over Rhea Ripley, Rich there is.
That's right.
And also returning, Raquel Rodriguez. Spoiler alert, I have returners row over here. Raquel Rodriguez recently returned to win her chance into the Last Chance Battle Royal and just eliminated everybody. Chelsea Green was maybe not eliminated, but then really got eliminated. And Raquel Rodriguez, she's here. And of course, Naomi returning from fighting around the world at TNA. She was a champion there, and she looks to punch her ticket to WrestleMania, Rich the Riz.
That's right. And the final three combatants in this Elimination Chamber match are Becky Lynch, first time setting foot in an Elimination Chamber match. Spoiler alert, my pick. Also, Bianca Belair looking to take that next step to get to the main event of WrestleMania for the ladies. And in her WWE PLE debut beyond the Royal Rumble, so I guess not a debut. That word doesn't work at all. Tiffany Stratton.
That's right, Rich Riz. What a field we have here. It's going to be interesting. Tiffany Stratton's never been in an Elimination Chamber match ever. This is her first pay-per-view. She's just throwing her right in with the lionesses in there.
That's right.
I'm not going to beat around the bush here. I got two possibilities, but I'm going to have to go with the man, Becky Lynch, to win the Elimination Chamber match. My runner-up, and this, of course, doesn't mean anything, but I also think Liv Morgan also has a shot at winning that. More so, I'm going to say. Everybody's got a chance. Everyone's got a puncher's chance.
That's right. The winner of this match, of course, will go on to WrestleMania to face the winner of Rhea Ripley versus Nia Jax.
Well, Rich, that was a women's Elimination Chamber match. Now, I don't know which of these matches will go on last. I just did it based on what the number of what I thought the match was in my mind. So we went ladies first because we're gentlemen. So now we're headed over to the men's Elimination Chamber match right here on the Basement Bookers podcast. Holler if you hear me. And hear me now. Kevin Owens, Bobby Lashley, the almighty Bobby Lashley, the Viper himself, Randy Orton.
Okay, also mixing it up in there will be the angry Drew McIntyre, the man that thinks he already has earned everything, Logan Paul, and the megastar himself, L.A. Knight. Yeah,
Right, Rich the Riz. Listen, buddy, I'm sorry if you're an LA Knight fan, and if you're out there and you're like the megastar should just walk on it and win the Elimination Chamber match and walk on out to WrestleMania against Seth freaking Rollins if he is the champion.
If he is cleared.
That's right. Now, my pick to win the Elimination Chamber match has been known to many and all who watch this podcast. And it is, of course, Drew McIntyre. He's only just telling the truth. And boy, is he having unfortunate circumstances turned out to be a positive for Drew. Basically getting CM Punk's spot, which I was hoping he would do, and thus setting up a nice little collision for them down the road. I think Drew should get a WrestleMania world title match. I feel again in front of a bunch of people. Now's the time. Let's shut him up that he's never been able to do it properly. Let him do it properly, and let's go from there. Rich, there is your thoughts.
I'm down with it. By the way, I also have Drew McIntyre here. And, I mean, maybe a controversial opinion here, but maybe it's time to move the Seth Please Don't Go title off of Seth. Give it to Drew. Let him have a nice, good run.
You know, that's not a bad idea, my man. That's not a bad idea at all. Maybe he could go out there and take a break for a little while. You just hang out, take care, kid, rehab that leg of yours and
And his
just
back, if
chill.
that is real.
Yeah, I mean, it's being held together by duct tape and carbon fiber, Richter is. And that was the official Elimination Chamber match. Now we're all the same everywhere. It is time for the time. Richter is the champion. You have advantage. You want to go first or not?
My time is locked in. I know you already have your time in your head. I trust you. My time that I have locked in here is 36 minutes for the main event.
I swear to God, dude. 35 minutes.
Ooh.
35 minutes.
Okay.
And I have it locked in. Bro, I can't believe this shit, dude.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, it's this
We know each other too goddamn long, bro.
psychotic link that binds us. Well, there you have it. We're locked in. I'm looking forward to being up early to see this and probably going to sleep or something. I don't know. Who's to say? Maybe keep it locked on the Patreon. I don't know. But Richter is. We did what we had to do here. That was the eliminations prediction episode. There was one more thing that they had, and that was this, just to briefly let everybody know. Grayson Waller effect, Cody and Seth freaking Rollins. It's probably going to be to set up maybe a tag team match with The Rock and Roman Reigns or something. I don't know. That's all I got for that. So,
well, either way, looking forward to myself. I will speak for myself here. I'm looking forward to not being up early Saturday morning. I will watch the Elimination Chamber premium live event later on Peacock at my leisure because I'm sorry. I love WWE. I can't do this 5 a.m. thing. I can't. I don't get up that early for work. I'm not getting up that early for my pleasure either. It is not my pleasure to get up that early. I'm just saying.
Basement Bookiverse, as you can hear, the cantankerousness has surfaced. I just want to say, patreon.com/Basement Bookers pod. We'll have all the links for our, YouTube and all the socials and stuff like that. Let's check it out. And thanks for hanging out with us. Normally Rich DeRiz cues me in, but I'm just going to say it now. The match of life is scheduled for one fall, and you should make it count.
Do what the man says.
Follow the Bookers. Bam!